This is our automatic irrigation system. As you can see, it has been put into an enclosure so that it cannot get wet when installed outside. An external voltage source is connected in order to run the motor that will turn the valve on and off in order to supply water or hold water back when it is or is not needed. If this was to be put into a home, it would be wired in. However, for this project, we have used the external voltage source. When opening up the enclosure, you can see that the controller will go into sleep mode if the buttons have not been touched for 10 seconds. When touching a button, it will exit sleep mode and you will be able to select a menu on the LCD. To go to the next menu, S3 is pressed. To go to the previous menu, S4 is pressed. The menus that are available to select from are soil, which will tell you the soil moisture sensor reading, the timer, which will tell you the time and also show you when a automatic timer is going. The manual operation, which allows you to manually operate the motors if you would like to irrigate an area of your system when the timer is not going. Temperature, which will show you the temperature of the air. To go into a menu, press S5. It reads 25 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature right now. As you can see, this is the temperature sensor we have used. To go out of a menu, press S2. The next menu is the soil moisture sensor. This is the soil moisture sensor. As you can see, it is dry, so it reads 0. If you were to put the soil moisture sensor into water and press S5 to refresh the value dramatically increases as it is now saturated. When the value is over 40% of the total soil moisture, the motors will be disabled in automatic timer mode. If we now go through to the timer menu and select it, you can see that it is currently 9:31. To go into the menu again, the timer will begin. The motors are now running. This turns the valve, which will the motors power the valve, which will then open it so that water begins to irrigate the system. The timer is still going, so the water will still operate. When the timer is no longer going, the water stops and the screen reads "Motors stopped." As you can see, the water is stopped as it was meant to. You may now go out of this mode, and as you can see, the soil moisture sensor is in the moisture. If you were to go into the soil menu, you can see that it is now saturated. Now, when you go into the timer menu, it reads "Motors disabled." And as it should, the water is not running, as the soil moisture is too high, and this will not promote optimum growth. The manual operated motor menu works similarly. When you've finished using the controller, you may close the enclosure again so that when the automatic timer comes on at the time selected, it does not get wet. This is our embedded microcontroller project.